Hi, I'm Mr. Loosley. I have 2 minutes to tell you about the 1980s before the 80s themed dance on Friday. You should come. Listen very closely. The first thing you need to know is that the 80s were all about kids. And the reason the 80s were all about kids, like me, I was born in the 1970s, so I grew up in the 80s, and there are a lot of kids like me. They're all known as echo boomers. Here's how that works. Nobody in America was having any babies in the 1940s because they were all too busy fighting World War II in Germany and Japan. But as soon as they came home, they found the first attractive woman they could and married her and had 1 million babies with her, someone like Miss Mellis. And those babies were known as the baby boom. The baby boom included people like Mr. Jacobs. They grew up in happy homes. They didn't have a whole lot after World War II, but they made do with what they had, like Chevrolets and big collared shirts. But when they got tired of that, they became hippies when they grew up in the late 1960s. And those hippies invested in peace and love, and they met other hippies, and they fell in love. And at first they didn't want to have babies because they were all about peace. But by the late 70s, they were ready to have kids of their own. And the kids of the baby boomers became known as the echo boomers. And there was a lot of them. So, the baby boomers decided they better get jobs to support their kids. Because their kids wanted all kinds of stuff now, like gecko jackets, and fade haircuts, and brightly colored collared shirts, and little robots that brought you things and played cassettes and CDs by the band Menudo. And they wanted He-Man figurines. And all the stuff that they wanted became the popular culture that you enjoy today, like MTV and Transformers and Sesame Street. All that stuff came about because of the echo boomers. Before the 1980s, nobody really cared a whole lot about what kids liked or wanted. But once their parents got good jobs and started giving them spending money to spend on things like Wham cassettes, they started listening. And that's where youth popular culture really got started. That's 2 minutes. 80s Dance on Friday. Be there.